Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Hey everyone, I'm AdamHarry from Bell of Souls Tabletop News with
Evan from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
We're back with another Tabletop Spotlight.
I'm
Evan,
super excited for this one.
I am too, man. I love The Thing.
Yeah, this is my favorite John Carpenter movie.
It's up there for me. I think it's like top 3.
It's so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the board game for The Thing. This is The Thing, Infection at Outpost 31.
Yes.
And the mechanics of this game is very similar to actually like Secret Hitler or The Resistance. It's a secret role game. You're trying to find out who the thing is. You have to complete tasks for your team to win.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
It's also designed by Mondo, who is the company actually based here in Austin, Texas. And
Very
they make
cool.
the very cool posters.
Oh,
for movies and
for
stuff
the
like
Draft
that.
House.
Yeah, for the album Draft
Nice.
House. So yeah, the
love
box
the Draft House, yeah.
and the art inside is very cool.
Yeah, we got to see a quick look at this at Gen Con, and it was super cool.
Yeah.
I love the hidden mechanics behind it, so of the hidden player mechanics.
Yeah.
So super cool stuff. Let's take a look inside The Thing, Infection at Outpost 31. Evan, we have The Thing, Infection at Outpost 31.
Pretty this box is.
It's a cool looking box.
Now we're gonna show you off the back. We already took off the wrapping. There's a sheet that comes off. Oh yeah, we still have it.
This sheet.
Yes. Doesn't really say much or show the components, but
It's got your barcode.
yeah. So, but yeah, that's the back of the box.
And in case anybody is wondering, this is based off of the movie.
Oh yeah,
So
well,
it is
the 1982.
The
movie.
1982,
Yeah.
The Thing.
And I guess
John
you could say it's
Carpenter
also
classic.
maybe based off of the 2009 remake, but it's up to you.
Well, depending on how you want to tie
Yeah,
up time.
it does have the characters from the 1982,
It's true.
so I guess
Yeah.
they're sequels, I guess, really.
Okay,
So
what do we got here?
We got the rule book. We can go over that in a second.
Okay.
Now we have these two, which are trackers. This is the trackers to get to the end.
Yes.
And also, right here. Over here, this helps you. So the further you get down this board you go, the worse it is for the people who aren't the thing, because you get to see, you get to like 2 end blood tests at the very end when you're getting on the helicopter, stuff like that. The point is for the people who are not infected to get on the helicopter and get out.
Yes.
You have to complete these tasks before you can do that.
Yes.
And you have to explore each sector, and then once you're done exploring the sectors, the people try to get on the helicopter and leave. However, the thing gets on the helicopter with you, then the thing wins.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is really interesting. It's one of the things that makes this game
Yeah,
unique.
so the thing wants to help out
thing
until the
wants to
kind of
help.
very end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here is the game board
This is a cool looking thing. We'll get to that.
design.
Yeah. It's a
You
big
ready?
board. Let's look at the board real quick.
This first.
I like that
board-
the back actually has. Let me show the back off. I know.
Oh
this is
yeah,
big.
go ahead.
This is cool.
There
It's
you go.
actually printed. They have like a
On
big
the back
thing
too.
On the back
Yeah.
too.
It's
Hold on.
not done very often. Though.
Yeah, we don't have to do that, but they did.
So here's the Outpost, Outpost 31. You all start in the rec room, and that's kind of like the base of operations. And it's divided in 3 sectors: Sector 1, Sector 2, Sector 3. And here's the helicopter. You have to explore in Sector 1 until you find certain things that allow you to go to Sector 2, because it's gonna be locked off.
You need to find.
A rope,
Dynamite.
and then flamethrower. And it gets progressively more rare each item. So the rope is the most common. Up here you have mission logs. You're going to flip these over. These can be either events that happen real quick, or they're your mission. So they can say like, go to the kennel and explore and blah blah blah. So you're gonna compile a group of people. The leader's gonna call a group of people. And the leader's just the first player of the turn. So
Yeah.
those three.
Yep.
They're gonna grab a team. And they're gonna go to the kennel and explore and see what happens. You want your team to usually consist of, people you don't think are the thing, because if the thing's with you, they'll try to make the mission fail.
Yeah. But the mission can also fail anyway.
Yes, yeah. So, yeah, you're right, because there's a random card added in to see
Yeah.
if it succeeds or not. So it's a game of guessing, but also, it's
Like, can you trust that player?
Yeah, can you
Was
trust
it him? Was it that other player?
was the
or was
leader.
It deck?
You don't know.
Yeah.
So you have your blood sample pack that's gonna be up here. That's basically everyone's gonna get dealt those and see who's the thing, and then throughout the game, there's a chance that other people get infected as well, secretly too. You don't know if they get infected.
Which is why you want to have as many blood tests as possible
At the very end.
At the very end.
Because at the very end, when you're done exploring, you find the flamethrower for Section 3, you can all go to the helicopter. And if you are on this track, and let's say you're on this section, you can use 2 blood tests to test 2 people who are about to go on the helicopter to see if they're a thing or not. But you don't get any if you're over here. And then game over, obviously, if you get here.
Yeah, if the entire complex. That's the other thing too is the thing can actually try to just destroy the complex.
Oh yeah, room's destroyed, it can game over.
Yeah.
You have to balance not only doing these missions, but also if there's a fire starting in one of these rooms, you have to take care of that as well.
Right.
So
Okay, so that's
the
board.
map. That's the board.
Map.
So we got 6 dice.
Yes.
Just d6s. We have your character cards. We don't really need to open these because they're kind of all the same.
Yeah, well,
but they're 4 kind of classes.
4 classes. I was gonna say they each have a different class. There's a different color, but this is the basic.
Let's open it anyway.
Okay.
I don't care. Let's do it. If you're gonna keep going, I'll open it.
Yeah, we've got the characters, which are super cool minis. So we've got different ones here. We've got different things, and also the little guy, the little thing. 2 of those.
Yeah, so there's 3 forms of the thing.
Yeah.
They're each progressively harder.
Yeah. Pretty cool. And then this box. What is that? Maybe the blood test station or something?
Could be.
Yeah. We've got more characters here. So 4 characters there. Cool. We've got tokens, which we'll open up and take a look at. Here's a gun and a fire.
That's the captain or the leader.
First player, yeah. There's different things like tokens for dynamite and
smoke and fire and stuff like that.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, there's just a blood sample pack. It's gonna either say imitation or human.
Yep.
So blues for red is for imitation, blues for human.
Yep. More characters.
Yeah. It's color coded by the classes or the 3 kind of classes there are. So there's a maintenance, scientist, and ops.
Yep.
But these are all characters from the 1982 movie, so like McCready.
That was Kurt Russell.
You know, we have Palmer, Clark, all these Childs, of course, all these characters, but they also have different abilities.
Yeah.
So your captain power, and these are powers.
If you're the captain.
Once per round, you may do one of the following. You can either, if you pass an investigation, all players on the team may discard 1 card and draw another. So to pass investigation checks, which are these cards, which we'll open up, you have to have certain items to be able to pass them.
Yeah.
And this allows you to cycle through those items, and then or you can add a +1 or a -1 to any 1 die, which is really good. So like when you're fighting the thing or when you're trying to do a check, that's really helpful. So they all have their different abilities.
Yeah.
And
You need a mix too when you're going to the different rooms.
Yeah.
It's helpful to have a mix
for
of
sure.
characters.
So those are the character cards. We have the items.
Yes.
The items will have a dice value usually, and that's how many dice you actually get to roll. Maximum of 6, of course. So an axe is pretty good. So when you're fighting the thing, let's say you have two axes, you get to roll 4 dice.
Yeah.
For that though, you're trying to get pairs for the small guy, 3 of a kind for the medium guy, and 4 of a kind for the big guy. So you get 3 rerolls.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll go with that in the rules. And I'm gonna open up this. If you want to show off that.
Yeah. The other thing is we've got more. I think these are item cards. No. Not item cards.
Yeah, those are the things you can find while you're exploring the room.
And these are the different tiles that affect the different rooms. So like if a room is destroyed or if it's just out of power, those are what these are for.
Right. It's good to note that the flamethrower actually has 2 uses.
Yes.
And certain things can use either 1 use or 2 use.
Yep.
So you can torch a player.
+3.
And if you torch a player, it takes up the entire flamethrower, but it kicks people out of the game permanently. So if you know someone's the infected, torch them.
These are also like status cards in a way too, because like you are tied up, you can't go on a mission, you can't discard a card.
Yeah.
So if you suspect somebody's the thing,
you can tie them up real quick, but that only lasts 1 round too.
Yeah.
So these are the turn order cards, but also we have the mission log missions. So for instance, I'm gonna find one. These are like events. So there's a power outage in a current sector. So let's say you're sector 1. Roll to determine a room. Every room has a number value we saw.
Yep.
And then you put a power outage there. This power outage means that if you have to explore that room, you need to bring a flashlight to have it succeed. But there could also be something like smoke in current sector. What that does is you put a smoke token there. If you ignore it, the next turn it turns into a fire. If you ignore it again, the next turn it turns into a destroyed room. You can't explore it. So something to take care of. But then you have these missions. So player team, reveal all cards, roll dice equal to their total value. So this is what you need to do to complete an explore mission. You need 1 scientist and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
And then dice, but
just to make sure
nothing underneath
hidden in there. So we're gonna pause real quick. We're gonna clean this up and we're gonna flip through the rules real fast. Okay, here are the rules for the thing, Infection at Outpost 31. Again, you have this really cool, thematically appropriate.
Yeah, they definitely worked on that theme, which you expect from Mondo, so that's very cool. Yeah.
So let me zoom out real quick, and you can kind of get an idea. It's a National Science Foundation because you are in Antarctica. You're a science team, so keep flipping.
Yeah, I'll flip for you. Don't worry. here's the components of the game.
Here, all the stuff. Yeah.
It'll show you real quick the what minis are for which characters, but
Yep.
also the components we just saw.
And again, there are 12 minis and 12 characters to play from. You can play, I believe it's 4 to 8 players.
Yeah.
So you may or may not have all the players. at
No,
once.
for sure. But also the situation and how you win. Obviously, it's different for either imitation or human. But
Yeah.
I like how they put it at the beginning.
Yeah, we always
first.
like that. The victory conditions for the imitation: achieve maximum contagion level, destroy Outpost 31, or stow away on the helicopter.
Yeah.
For the humans, you have to escape
That's basically
after clearing all 3 sectors and ensuring that only humans are on board the helicopter.
Yeah. So.
So the thing actually has, you're outnumbered, but you have an easier win condition, I would say.
Yeah.
In terms of having multiple ways to win.
Definitely. Here's just this quick setup. We kind of already went over that, so I'm gonna skip through real quick.
Keep going.
We have the setup for how many
players
infected.
you have?
So if you have down
7
here,
players.
7 players or 8 players, they're gonna have 2 infected to start off with.
Yeah, you can.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's the blood sample deck. So you're always gonna have 1 to start off with.
Yeah, every game is going to have 1 in the game start,
Yeah.
and the blood sample deck will have 1 imitation.
Except for the 2 in 7 and 8 players, which means that 2 more people can be infected by the end.
Up to 2 more.
Yeah, up to 2.
So you could have 3. Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
pretty cool.
But yeah, it's gonna go over the game. Basically, the captain is the guy with the gun. He's the first to go. He chooses the team to explore. You're gonna flip over the event deck, see what happens, and see what you have to do. You're gonna try to explore each room to find an item to go to the next sector. So the rope is for sector 1, dynamite is for sector 2. But this rulebook does a really good job of kind of just giving you examples, like down here, and how the investigation works. You need to bring certain items to beat an investigation out of all the players.
Okay.
But your items in your hand are secret. You can't tell people what you have. You can tell people what you have, but you can't show them. So if you're the thing, you can say, "Hey, I have a knife that you guys need to complete this objective," and you may not actually have that knife. Gear goes over that. We saw that with the flamethrower, the dynamite, and the rope. There's the 3 kind of gear.
Yep.
It's what you need to escape. That's why you're looking for it. And then, excuse me, going down to more examples. It really does a good job of coming.
Yeah, I was gonna say this book has a lot of text going on, but there's
Yeah.
also because it has a ton of examples. It's actually not that difficult to figure out how to play, but it's just a
No.
lot of explanations and examples to help you get a better grasp of like,
Yeah.
oh, that's how that's supposed to work. Like the extra dice, or like how a fight works and all this other stuff.
Yeah,
So,
and then there's a battle system for the thing. It's not too complex at all. And then end of turn.
yeah, this was actually 3 of a kind, or 4 of a kind.
Yeah, but you get 4 re-rolls for that. 2 rolls to get 3 of a kind, and
Oh
3
yeah, 3
rolls.
rolls, 2 rolls versus and 4 rolls. So
But you have to get 4 of a
if
kind.
you're 4 of a kind, that's pretty rough.
But obviously, the more dice you have, the better chance you have.
Right.
And then dealing with the consequences, like what happens at the end after the turn, and then how it works if you can
Get assimilated.
get assimilated into the thing.
Yep,
And then same next turn. So then you're gonna escape. That's how you escape, and then the end of the game, what happens, how you win.
Yeah.
And then it's just a glossary after that. So it's a really
It's a
too
really
complex.
well done. It's actually it looks more complex than it is.
it really isn't.
But
that bad.
it's actually really well put together, and you kind of can see like on the tabs on the side there, they have tabs to show everything, and then of course the glossary. It's got
I really
so
like
many,
those tabs. It's really cool.
It's got so many examples of how to do stuff, and it should make playing the game really easy and fast to learn. Just because once you get in there, if you are confused about something, it's really easy to find where you need to go and fix stuff up. So that's it for The Thing, Infection at Outpost 31. Let's hop out for a really fast. Well, that was The Thing, Infection at Outpost 31.
Yeah, what'd you think?
I liked it at Gen Con. I'm
Yeah.
so excited it's out now. I can't wait to play it.
Very
Like,
cool
I'm really
mechanics.
excited.
It's a good social game, just like the Resistance or Secret Hitler.
Yeah.
Trying to
Perfect
figure out
party
who it
game,
is.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's funny too because like the thing actually wants to help the party succeed to get the helicopter going again because it's trying to get out too.
Yeah.
So it's this really weird mechanic of like you know what's unique about this game
Yeah.
is a lot of the other hidden mechanic games like say like Battlestar Galactica or the Resistance or Secret Hitler, somebody's trying to sabotage the end game.
Mm-hmm.
But in this game, all the players are still working towards the end game. It's just you don't want one of them specifically to get
on the helicopter to get away.
Yeah.
You don't want one of them to win in the end.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Everyone wants to win except for whoever the infected or who all the infected are.
Yeah.
'Cause the infection can spread. So.
Right.
Yeah.
You can have multiple people. Again,
It's a great game.
It's just a really cool game. Really cool mechanics. and there are ways to discover who they are. It's a fun social experiment game.
Yeah.
It's gonna have you guessing what your friends are doing. It's good
cool.
stuff. Let's crunch the numbers on this one real quick. Number of players was...
It's 4 to 8 players, so
Right.
a good social game.
Yeah, you definitely want to play with more people. Cause
Yeah.
it's
However,
more entertaining.
unlike the Resistance or Secret Halo or Battlestar Galactica, it's 1 to 2 hour playtime.
Yeah.
It's more of an afternoon game.
Yeah, definitely. It's a longer game, but it's totally worth it. And again, it's going to go up depending on how many people and how quick you are at spotting Yeah.
who the thing is. And age-wise, it's recommended 17 and up. That's probably because it's the material.
Yeah, it's just the
movie's pretty graphic.
Yeah, it was based off of a Radar movie.
Yeah.
So 17. It makes sense, but.
And it is $59.99. So for the minis, the sweet board, and the awesome design, that's pretty good.
I'm down.
Yeah.
This game looks super fun. I can't wait to play it. So go check it out. It's in stores
right now.
Just came out. I'm AdamHarry from Bell Hustles.
I'm Evan from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
And this has been another Tabletop Spotlight. Thanks again for watching.
Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Thanks for watching.